How's it going, guys? Daft here with you once again, and I do appreciate you all joining me. Yeah, so this was sort of one that I knew I was gonna do from the time I heard Oprah was gonna interview these people. I thought it was gonna be what it was, and I am really curious as to what you guys think about it as well. But I guess first and foremost, let's get into the technical stuff. This is a Clip Studio Paint. I like to pencil in it and convert it to the blue line just because that's how I usually work when I do work traditionally. I have blue pencil and just ink directly over it, and in Photoshop I zero out the blue or the cyan. And once that's done and I print it up, I put it onto an old little Crayola light box, which I got for maybe 20 bucks, maybe, and I love it. It's not the most powerful light box on the planet, but I'm also working with some pretty thin paper, just regular Staples printer paper, and then I ink on top of, I believe, the liter manga paper, which is incredibly smooth. I love the paper. It's just I love it. So nothing more to say about that. This one I think is the first time I'm inking with a new tool, which man I cannot remember exactly what it is, but it's a brush pen, and I had the Pentel pocket brush pen, and I still have it. It just something about that. I think it was like the way it was designed. I couldn't really get the hang of it. It just never really felt comfortable in my hand. This one is a lot better. It's like I say half the thickness, or maybe a quarter less of the thickness of the Pentel pocket brush, and it's just a real pleasure to work with. I fill it up with the ink that I love, which is Rotring drawing ink. I have a huge bottle of it. It's waterproof. I can ink or watercolor directly over it once it's dry. I've never really tested the drying time of it, but it's fairly quick. Can't really complain about it. It holds up over quite a bit of washes, so can't complain about it. Really can't. But yeah, so the interview. I don't think there's anything too shocking about it. It just, to me, it really reaffirmed that Harry is completely being taken for a ride. He is a man without a country now and will soon be a man without a family, because if you think she's going to be sticking around, you are sadly mistaken. This is an opportunistic woman who is nothing but an attention whore, and when he is no longer able to pacify her and her ego, she is going to be moving on big time. She has already lined up contracts with Disney to do narration. She's got books, I'm sure, films. She is an operator, guys. And there's nothing wrong with being an operator. Nothing at all. But you gotta understand, you could cause so much carnage in your pursuit of whatever it is, power, notoriety, and the people that get sucked into this are really the ones that I feel bad for. So Harry has lost everything, man, and he's going to be a complete void of a person in just a matter of years. Big feelings that I have are that she was, first of all, she wasn't invited into the royal family, okay? It was not like they approached her and said, hey, do you want to join us? Like, we'll treat you well, and then they treated her poorly. They'd never liked her. They just never did. And you gotta look at all the tabloids and how people, her own father can't stand her, okay? Like, to me, and this is a serious thing, is that Harry is not over the death of his mother, who is a real free spirit, quite a rebellious woman. Meghan obviously symbolized that for him. I mean, let's get real here. If you bring somebody like her into the royal family, say, hey, guess who's coming to dinner, then you're going to cause quite a bit of ruffled feathers. And I think she just took advantage of that. I think she took advantage of the fact that he is still not over the death of his mom. has a massive axe to grind with his father, because basically he was in love with another woman. That sucks. I get it. It's a shame, but that happens. You know, I think it would be worse if Charles were to be in love with this woman for all these years, carry on behind the back of Diana and the kids, and waste both of their lives, or all four of their lives, really. So it's a shame. It happens, and at least he was honest about his feelings for Camilla. And here we go with the inking. I know a bit down the road on this piece, the skin tone was really tough to nail. Like, I don't think I even nailed it. I don't even think I nailed her her face, but, you know. In the realm of cartooning and caricature, there is a lot of leeway. I don't really, you know, did she have a ponytail? I couldn't even tell what the hell was going on with her hair in the interview, but did the best I could. It was fun. It was a lot of fun, actually, to try to draw something like this, even though, in reality, Harry's on her right side, not the left side. And he's not even wearing a tie in that interview. And now for this, there were a ton of mistakes in the inking. Usually make a ton of mistakes anyway, but I let them go. This one, I was like, you know what? Maybe it's the fact that I've been looking at all these artist-proof editions of comic books from my childhood, and you could see just the amount of whiteout on most of them. And I just love that. I love the fact that you can see their mistakes or their pencil marks or their little notes. So I just decided, you know what, I'll film me cleaning it up. Most of the time I try to hide that from you, but you know what, it's probably not even worth it because my drawings are not that clean to begin with. So, yeah, it's good. Good times, opaque. Dr. Brown's, what is it called? Hold on for 1 second. Let me grab it. I think I dropped it. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Not Dr. Brown's. What am I talking about? Back to the Future. Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White. I dug it. For some reason, like, this time it was really thick out of the jar. Normally it's not that thick, but, hey. A little bit of stir and it'll loosen it up. That's what I always say. So, that about wraps it up. For the drawing part at least, and then we're going to move on to the coloring. Gray suit, red face. She was wearing a black dress, I get it, but I mean that thing on her shoulder, man, just looked bizarre. So I made it a royal blue. Her skin tone, I couldn't nail it. I just could not get it right. But you know. Skin tones, depending on the lighting. Not particularly. Anyway, here is the completed cartoon. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you want any of the original art, DM me. You can definitely get it.